Among the issues to be addressed in the discussions are the increasing crime rates in urban areas. The ultimate effects from the rapid growth in urbanizations seems to cause another problems, and crimes are one of them. Improvements of urban and industrial process is closely linked to rising crime rates, and this is agreed by several researchers who suggest that crime rates are directly related to rapid urban growth. Many people feel that poverty is a major cause of crimes. However, the urban poor are plagued by, among other problems, and issues such as the hikes of cost of living and financial difficulties, unstable jobs, lack of capital, limited educational opportunities, inadequate health, and inadequate housings. And all of these factors can causes for the most of them to involve in crimes. Moreover, crime in urban areas can also result from the influx of illegal workers. In Malaysia, the migrations of labor from another countries such as Indonesia, Bangladesh, Vietnam, and others are based on contract labor migrants.
Dear fellow Malaysian, our country is choked with crime and no longer a safe place. Criminals are now so daring that they steal in public places and in broad daylight. They target everyone: women, children, the elderly, even foreigners. No one is spared, and injuries and death are common. Why isn't the government controlling crime? Isn't it the fundamental duty of a government to protect its people?
The second issue that has been discussed are the urban residents are afraid of becoming victims of crimes because most of the crimes occurs in urban areas. Unfortunately, increasing level of crimes and insecurity in urban neighborhoods are a worldwide phenomenon. Fear of violence and crimes has discouraged people from using public transport, streets, and public space. It also discouraged children from using playgrounds and women and older people from sitting in the public place. Crimes will create uneasiness in society, and this is not good for the social development of the population in those cities, and also will create a lot of social problems and cause more effects to the younger generations.
Polis Gian menyantuni penduduk di lebih 60 lokasi program perumahan rakyat PPR dan perumahan awam PA sekitar ibu negara bagi mengurangkan kadar ketakutan masyarakat terhadap jenayah atau fear of crime. Ketua Polis Kuala Lumpur Datuk Seri Mazlan Lazim berkata selain itu usaha mendekati warga PPR dan PA bertujuan menangani 3 jenis jenayah yang didapati sering berlaku di kawasan kediaman berkenaan. Beliau berkata curi motosikal, bergaduh dan kecurian ialah jenayah yang sering dilaporkan berlaku di kawasan PPR serta PA selain masalah dadah.
Government plays a very crucial role in making sure the rate of crime in the country can be reduced so that the citizen can feel safe living their normal life in the society. There are many programs that has been taken by the government to make sure all citizen safety is being protected. One of the roles of government in preventing crime is strengthening the capabilities and functionality of the police, as police are responsible in protecting the safety of public. One of the programs that has been implemented is Rakan Corp, where the program gave an opportunity to society to take part in preventing the crimes by using the system of communication such as hotline or SMS. Other than that, the role of government in preventing crime is by making a collaboration between authorities and societies. It is to help police by giving them information. One of the programs that has been implemented is Kejayanan Rukun Tetangga, where it is a program in collaboration with the societies in creating harmonious environment in the residential area. Other program is volunteer smartphone patrol, where public can give complaint by using the multimedia such as photos, videos, or GPS on their smartphone. Lastly, the role of government in preventing crime is by establishing a Malaysia Crime Prevention Foundation. It is to give more awareness to public regarding to prevention crime. The program that has been implemented is Program Pencegahan Jenayah Peringkat Sekolah, where they will go to schools to give a talk and make the children to be aware more about crime prevention. And Campaign Pencegahan Jenayah dan Gaya Hidup Sehat, where it targeted more toward the society in the communities. In conclusion, it is important for the society to also take part in this effort to help police in preventing crime, because the society are more in numbers, so if they take an effort helping the police, it will make our society more safe and better environment for us to live.
The role of municipal council in addressing urban crime issue is important. Thus, the various efforts have been made by the municipal council in Selangor in order to maintain and control of the situation, such as through the police assistance scheme program, Safe City program, and Selangor Safe City. So the first program have been launched by the municipal council is Shah Alam, is police assistance scheme program. So Selangor government implement the local authority scheme absorption initiative into a police assistance scheme program in order to maintain the crime and decrease the crime situation there. So the next initiative by the collaboration between the Sunway Group in Royal Malaysian Police in Selangor. It is to enhance the community security and safety in Bandar Sunway. Then in the Sunway Pyramid also take a new initiative by becoming a first Malaysian mall to equip its mall with a panic button to fight crime. So Sunway also launched a Leave Home campaign with MCPF to encourage public to notify police and security during the festive season. Next, in effort to make a Selangor safe city, the state government of Selangor has taken initiative to install 414 CCTV and 22 control rooms in 11 local authorities in Selangor. It is because the state government believes that the addition of CCTV will be controlled with the better monitoring and can decrease the incidence of the street crime. So next is the role of citizen. Citizen participation is about a partnership between a police individual and the organization in a community. So there are several ways on how a citizen can play their role to prevent a crime. Firstly, is each individual has their own role as a citizen in prevent the crime in urban areas. So the preventive action against the crime can be reduced through the creation of a high-quality urban environment and stable development of social and moral value. Next role is a citizen is by promoting crime prevention based on the community involvement. Malaysians should always be participate in crime prevention activity, and this effort is include a community requirement as a Rakan Chop and neighborhood watch and so on. So last but not least, in order to prevent crime among the citizen can make their own initiative by seeking their own knowledge regarding crime. So a lots of activity and ways such as a joint talk, forum, read journal and article, watch documentary on the television and so on in order to gain more knowledge and information about how to prevent the crime in urban area especially.
Now, let's move on to the finding of these studies. We've conducted a simple survey on the urban crimes and security in Selangor. A survey has been distributed and a total number of 30 respondents answered the question. The first part in this survey is to know the perception of the public towards urban crime and the security in Selangor. As for the first item in this part, 50% of the respondents agree that the increasing in the population, migration, and influx of illegal workers can lead to the urban crime, while 43.3% respondents agreed. Second item, 46.7% of the respondents strongly agree that central business districts have higher crime rates due to the higher population density, particularly in commercial areas, while there's 3.3% of the respondents disagree to that. Third item is poverty and unemployment are factors that may result to criminal behaviors. Most respondents, which is 60%, agreed to that statement, while 36.7% respondents strongly agreed to that poverty and unemployment can result to criminal behaviors. Next, 53.3%, which is the majority of the respondents, agreed that residential breaks-in frequently occurs and single-family home often targeted, while there's 6.7% of respondents disagree. The last item in this part is fear of violence and crime has discouraged people from using public transport, street and public spaces. There are 6.7% and 23.3% respondents strongly disagree to this statement. However, there are also 30% and 26.7% of the respondents agree and strongly agree to this statement. The second part of this survey is to get the data on the public satisfaction level in reducing urban crime and increasing the safety level. The first item is that there are initiatives by the government to generate sustainable neighborhood and in the communities. 70% of the respondents agree, while 6.7% of respondents disagree that there are initiatives by the government to generate sustainable neighborhood and in the community. Secondly, there are 60% of respondents agree, whereas there's also 3.3 respondents disagree that Safe City program can help to reduce the crime rates in the urban areas. As for the third item, involvement and commitment from the local communities in helping to secure the neighborhood. 50% and 36.7% of the respondents agree and strongly agree to this statement respectively. And next, majority 73.3% of respondents strongly agree that police play a role by providing information on the hotspot areas such as identifying trends in criminal activities, while 26.7% of respondents also agree to the statement. And lastly, the presence of security officials at public spaces help to reduce the risk of crime occurrence. 50% of the respondents agree, whereas there's also 6.7% of respondents disagree. That's all for the result from the simple survey that we have conducted.
Today I'm going to explain to you about the challenges in crime and security. So basically, the first challenges, which is youth problems. So generally, the rise of the social problems has led to the higher of crimes committed in Malaysia. It is because the young people have tendency to commit crimes, especially if the young people comes from the broken family. So it can be seen that young people can easily influence to do violence and negative actions. It can be seen through the small group of school children or sophisticated organization that can be called as a gang, which is the gang operation usually provide motivations for crime, support the social and economic activities. They can also prolong their groups. So for example, the gang that are committed, the gang that can be seen is Ang Beng Hui and Waki, which which can be seen through the example of the gang that can also lead to the higher crimes committed as the group are usually operated in that. Okay, so the second challenges, which is difficult to trace and secure evidence, it is because the challenges to combat property crimes in order to identify the property crimes such as mismanagement and corruption is not the easier things to do. It is because sometimes the higher up or the official will use the opportunity to demonstrate his power to their positions, to embezzle and also to swindle or sometimes they give bribes or any other acts in order to give benefits for themselves and also for their own family, their own relative and so on. So that's why this correction that usually be done by the white collar people cannot be tracked easily because there are many problems in collecting and preserving evidence, as it does involve with the higher up positions that sometimes they will use their extensive personal networks, such as on various levels, in order for them to destroy the information and also the evidence of corruptions before the investigation is being started. So that's why the victim also involve the employees from the corrections, and also they also afraid from getting fired. So that's why they are not willing to give the evidence or give the truth to during the investigation, as they are afraid that no one will hire them in the future. The next challenges, which is the last challenges, is the higher rate of poverty. It is because one of the challenges in order for them to combat the crimes is because it can also the one of the factor why people combat a crime, especially in assault and burglary in the city. So it can also be associated with the higher rates of violent crimes, where the inability of the poorer groups to gain their desirable goods despite their inability to get them. So that's why some of them use illegitimate methods or not legitimate of attaining their desirable goods and also committing a crime. For example, certain people try to steal food and groceries from the market, as they do not have enough money to pay for it. So that's why the only way to get the goods is can be done by stealing or robbing.